Good morning, everyone. Today I'm at Section A of Oakwood Cemetery's Confederate section, and today I want to go ahead and show you one particularly interesting grave that's always piqued my interest overall. But to provide a little bit of a foreground to all of this, during the American Civil War, regiments would actually have their own personal physicians, what they would call surgeons, and what they would do is they would act as essentially the regimental surgeon. They would do all the basic medical procedures that would be required of the company or of the regiment at that time. Most notably, they would, check to see if anyone was sick or anything else, or if they were injured, they would first go to the surgeon, and if they needed more serious treatment, they would be then sent elsewhere in they'd be sent to a proper medical hospital, like say Chimerizo or one of the other major medical hospitals. However, they weren't perfectly immune themselves to these sorts of illnesses themselves. And as we approach the grave that I want to talk about today, I'll tell you a little bit about Mr. Robert Witsell, or should I say Dr. Robert Witsell of South Carolina. He ended up serving in the 4th South Carolina Infantry Regiment as their surgeon. However, in March of 1862, he would end up contracting pneumonia and then would eventually pass away from that. It would end up here in Oakwood Cemetery, along with many of the others who would end up contracting some of these different diseases that would go about all the time throughout the armies. In fact, diseases such as pneumonia were a large part of the reason why many of the the men who suffered amputations or wounds would often end up dying from. They wouldn't die from necessarily the wound itself, but from the diseases that would be incurred from that there. Or in the case of Witsell here, they might end up just contracting one disease and then contracting another disease on top of that there. And with multiple diseases going through them at once, it was too much for their bodies to handle, and then they would eventually pass away. Now I'll just read you the epitaph here a little bit. To the memory of Robert Witsell, MD of South Carolina Surgeon Pax, who died at Richmond, Virginia, March 17th, 1862, in the 37th year of his age. And at the bottom, there's actually a paraphrase from, I believe, John 11, verse 25 through 26, in which Jesus says, "He who believeth in me, though he were dead, let him liveth." I hope everyone has a nice day today. Though, based on what I'm seeing over here, it's going to be a little bit stormy today. So I better go ahead and get on out of here pretty soon. Though I might be here for a little bit longer. So, either way, have a wonderful day, and may God bless all of you.